gentlemen, the volume in this classroom is astronomical. I am trying to teach you about an ancient Hawaiian dish, and I can't even hear my thoughts. It is way too loud. Thank you. All right, so can anybody tell me what pua'a means? Yes, little Timmy. Correct. Pua'a means pig. And anybody know what kalua means? Correct. Kalua literally means cooked underground in an oven. Thank you. Class?
Yes.
Thank you. So as we know, kalua pork is cooked underground. And you might be asking, well, how did they do that? Well, the ancient Hawaiians used an imu. So basically, it was a pit underground in which they used wood and lava rocks as a source of fire to make it really, really hot. And they would leave it there for a few hours, let it get really, really hot, and then lay a layer of tea leaves or even banana leaves, and then put the whole pig on there. Yes, the whole pig. So after they left the whole pig there, they would bury it, leave it there for several hours, and that's how it got that juicy tenderness and why it falls off the bone. They smoked it. Okay, so can you repeat back to me how they cooked it? 1, yes, underground. 2, what did they put it in? Imu, good. And then how long did they leave it there? Several hours. Okay, looks like you guys got that part down. Now let's talk about the history of it. So we know that chiefs and kings were one of the only ones that were allowed to enjoy this delicious meal. I know, not very fair. But then King Kamehameha II came along in the 19th century and created a new tradition called a luau. And this dish was prepared and enjoyed by everybody. Now, we can't even think about a luau that isn't serving kalua pork. So as we continue our lesson about pua'a kalua, or kalua pig, I wanted to share with you guys the religious or cultural aspects in this dish and the animals used to create it. So as we know, Hawaiians believed in multiple deities, one of them being Kamapua'a, the pig god. And that relates to this dish because we're literally using pig. Also, because it was such a top commodity and pigs were highly praised, they used them in sacrificial ceremonies. So, do any of your guys' parents prepare kalua pig for you guys? All right, I see a few hands. Basically, since using an imu will take all day and is very, very hard labor, we have adapted to using slow cookers or crock pots in order to create this delicious meal. And because of how efficient a slow cooker is, we can enjoy it on a day-to-day basis all throughout the state of Hawaii. Okay, let's do a small little recap. Pua'a kalua means pig cooked in an underground oven, also known as an imu. And who was allowed to eat it at first? Only kings and chiefs, and especially women were not allowed to indulge in this dish. Until who came up and said that should stop? King Kamehameha II in the 19th century said, let's let everybody enjoy this dish, and created a tradition that continues today, also known as a luau. And religion. We know that the Hawaiians were very, very religious, and they used these animals in sacrificial ceremonies, and there was even a pig god. And today, still enjoyed by many, many people throughout the state. And that's because we have the technology like a slow cooker to be able to make it in our own home instead of 10 to 12 hours to prepare this dish. Thank you guys for participating in our lesson for today. I hope you guys really, really enjoyed it. I am Jory Murakami, and my topic was kalua pig or pua'a kalua.